Hey guys, Thomas Sulu Jr. here, aka Mustache Tom, with a little news update for me personally. I have officially started a Kickstarter slash Patreon for Syndicate X, and these two projects are sort of intertwined, so I'm doing a video for both of these just to explain what I'm trying to accomplish with these goals. So, with the Patreon that I started, it was more focused on increasing the amount of videos I'd be able to make via Let's Plays mainly, and that would be getting a new computer for myself, like so I can focus a lot more time, just having with my own computer, just being able to use it whenever I want. As well as an Elgato to have a better recording system. Uh, just so it's aware, my computer is a modeled 2002 computer. I don't even know what type it is, but it's a really old computer, so it has limited my capabilities of obtaining anything. Most of the stuff I tried to download, it just doesn't work. It doesn't want to update anymore. It's just too old. So that was one of the main reasons I started the Patreon, was more focused on my videos. But there was another stretch goal that I set up for, well, it would go hand in hand with my computer, and that would be probably some of the programs I would be able to obtain. And some of them are free, so coming with that would probably be something to make a game like Unity, perhaps. And that's sort of where the other Kickstarter comes in, to make the Syndicate X video game. This is something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. Uh, and I just couldn't find myself. I started like drawing like these old drawings on on my folder when I was a kid, and I was used to imagine these levels and stuff like that when I was a kid. But I kind of discovered that my drawing abilities were fairly limited, and a part of that, I think something that would really help me out was a better art program, and one of the ones I discovered was Paint Tool Sci, and I would love to get the full version, so to mess around with it, get better at it, set up like an official image for Syndicate X, like the actual members, so people can actually see that I'm working towards making something, and so the Kickstarter is still working out some of the kinks on my Kickstarter. Like I don't know, it's so hard because where I'm at, I'm always trying to think so far ahead, and that's sort of one of my problems still. Is like I'm thinking like, oh, what about like voice acting and like all this stuff way down the line, and like So, anyways, some of like I put a price on the I think the Elgato by itself. The pricing I saw was like $180, and a new computer, like a custom made computer, can usually cost around like 500 to eight, like close to like $800 probably, like somewhere in that range, 500 to 800. Uh, and probably even more if you want to get really like the really complicated equipment. But just having a new computer in general would help a lot. I think with this project, and that's the reason I'm starting this. And as soon as I can get my hands on a new computer, I'm going to be obtaining any free programs first, and then starting to work out, like I said, these images so I can post them up via Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, anything that could spread the message out via media, Reddit of being another one, just anything that I can think of. to spread the message out. So I am looking around close to $1,000 for that, into like just plus Elgato, the computer. And there was another stretch goal specifically for the Let's Plays, just so I can increase the amount of videos. I did put there for the PS4, which is still 400 or some. It's pretty much 400, like 399 or whatever it is. But and plus I'd probably need an HD TV. I don't know how much that is. Probably in the higher range, like 500. Again, like 500 to 800. So I don't know exactly which one it would be. Uh, so that is why I'm making this video, to sort of help spread out the word of what I'm trying to accomplish. And as soon as I finish the kinks of my Kickstarter, that by itself would probably be more focused towards the video game. And I think I did screw up a bit, but I am still new to it. So I'm just hoping that people will understand that I'm trying to slowly work my way up. And like I said, if as soon as I can obtain, like, say, an image behind this book cover of Syndicate X, like a image of the entire team, or maybe set up, like, as the Kickstarter is running, if I can obtain the computer at some point, and not have anything else, maybe like not have the Elgato, for example, just setting up the characters as soon as I possibly can, maybe one by one, just so I can, building a pipe or whatever you want to call it. But this is a project that has been, for me, something that I've been fighting vigorously towards, and I just didn't have the means to do so. And I've often heard about Kickstarters, so I went on there. I believe the price I put on there was 8,000, and for a video game these days, if you're doing one of those big video games, it's probably going to be way more than that. So that is unfortunate that I did put that price, but I just hope I can start getting something, just even just getting the computer, just being able to start somewhere would be nice. To accomplish at least one of the stretch goals by itself would be just a complete honor and privilege to start working on something bigger. So that is what I have in mind. So yeah, at the description, I'm gonna have both the links to the Patreon and the Kickstarter, even though it's not fully up yet. I think I can put up a link. I'm not completely sure, but I'll try to add it at some point if I can't. So please, if you want to see some new, fresh superheroes finally get their chance at something beyond the book, and what else would help as well as the Kickstarter slash Patreon is actually buying the book. So I will put up a link on the Amazon for the book as well, just so that people can understand what this is. And I know that Syndicate X does have a lot of mistakes in it. There's that whole Syndicate X challenge where, if there was a Syndicate X movie, which was even a possibly even bigger project, I would set up the challenge, and then someone would win that challenge or found the most mistakes, and then they would get their chance to be in the movie, and maybe even the video game if it hadn't come out yet. And it was that would sort of be like a thing. But yeah. So anyways, it's on Kickstarter, it's on Patreon. If you see this video, please share it with anyone that you think would be willing to help out. Finally see some new, fresh superheroes. That is something I'm trying to push. and I know that it's really tough to get a new thing started. So that is why I decided to do Kickstarter slash Patreon as well. So with that being said, this has been Thomas Cecilia Jr., aka Mustache Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.